Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 3 minutes past the hour on this 30th day of July. Work it out Wednesday. And family, we woke up this morning, especially our friends on the West Coast. Definitely got to pay attention and work it out if you really have to work it out, because you might have to get out. They got tsunami warnings. Oh, yeah. There was a massive earthquake on the coastal part of Russia that will affect the west coast of the United States of America. So everybody's talking about the tsunami warnings that is going on. So all my family and friends on the West Coast, if they tell you got to move, you got to move. So be careful, pay attention, all that good stuff. 4 minutes past the hour. You're truly Joe Dupree in the building. 100 BLK, the Black Station. This is hashtag Truth Be Told / JD Live, your early morning. Get up, time to wake up. Wake up. Yes, indeedy. Like I said, I don't come in here by myself. Hold on. But before I even talk to y'all about that, we are on all social media platforms at the JDMS. Right now, we are broadcasting live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can catch us on YouTube at 100 BLK Media. And like I said, I'm never in here by myself. I'm so blessed that every morning I wake up, I find a little help from my friends. I really do. I got the CEO of Pimpin' Positivity herself. You know her from her very own podcast, In the Passenger with Alethea Crimmins. She is a world-renowned speaker, motivational individual, known all over the place, from coast to coast, country to country, planet to planet. They right now on Mars waiting to call her up and say, look, we need you to come and pimp some positivity on the red planet. Y'all put your hands together. It is my girl, Alethea Crimmins in the building. Good morning, Alethea. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I am up. I am awake and I'm able to be here another day, so I'm good. How are you?
Girl, you looking good. A lot of folks don't know. I know Alethea on her journey, and Alethea is looking good. And I always want to
Thank
give
you.
Alethea her props because Alethea is looking good and she doing her thing. And big ups to you, Alethea. I see more
Thank you.
coming. Uh, Surprisingly enough, I don't say this enough, but just like when Elijah comes on and I do the dun because one day I see him on ESPN. I do see you with your very own, like a J Hud show, like a Oprah Winfrey show, like a Sherry Shepherd show. I see you with Alethea. I see Alethea. I just last night I had that dream. I saw Alethea. It's all good, sis. It's coming. I know it's coming. It's on the way.
Thank you.
That part. So we got a lot to talk about. First of all, once again, all my people on the West Coast. Yes, a massive earthquake has struck, especially my folks in Hawaii. I've got family and friends who are in Okinawa, in Osaka, Japan, with the military. Y'all folks, y'all got to be careful because these tsunamis are real. So that's number one. I've got to Alethea because the internet is burning up about this one. And I even had to post it myself. I knew about it before anybody else knew about it, but I couldn't say nothing about it. And I was hoping that it wasn't going to be major news because I had already seen it because of the profession I'm in. But from the Louisiana Office of Attorney General, Medicare, Medicaid, not Medicare, Medicaid. Because Medicare, now let me break this down first. When you get to be 65, you automatically qualify for
Medicare.
Medicaid. Medicaid, okay, aid. The key word, Medicaid, CAID. The AID is aid. In other words, if you can't afford health insurance because you are low income, and when I say low income, to qualify for Medicaid, you literally have to be almost broke. Okay. Alethea, you wasn't a part of this podcast, but and next week we're going to bring back one of our old podcast members for a week because he's starting his own very own podcast. And I ain't a hater, I'm a congratulator. And I bring folks on here to talk about what they're doing and to elevate all of our conversations to be better because I want to see everybody winning. But we got to talk about this story. So let me go back and start the story over. From the Louisiana Office of Attorney General, Liz Merrill, Medicaid millionaire from Slidell arrested by the Louisiana Bureau of Investigations after purchasing a Lamborghini and plastic surgery while on government assistance. A Lamborghini and plastic surgery while on government assistance. Now, I had a podcast we did many moons ago where I said some of you, and I posted this. I said some of y'all want to drive a Bentley, y'all want to drive a Mercedes, and y'all want to proudly walk into a place with an EBT card and wave it around and say, "I'm here, I'm here." Government assistance is for the most needy of us all. Don't get me wrong. I am truly one of the working poor. I am barely making ends meet. Sometimes I don't know how I'm going to pay for certain things. And I work every day. And I'll hustle 2 or 3 jobs. And sometimes because of the bills I have, from mortgage to utilities, from children and grandchildren to just being able to facilitate this podcast, sometimes the bills get to be overwhelming. I would never go out there and fraudulently get government assistance. That is for the individuals who really need it, who don't have jobs. Some are disabled. Some can't work. And guess what? They ain't playing here in the state of Louisiana. I'm going to tell you that right now. Liz Murrill is going, she got people out there. And here's the crazy thing. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But this young lady, what in the hell in haberdashery, along with Halle Berry, Hell's Kitchen, was she thinking?
This happens more often than not, though, and people think that because they got away with it for this long, that they're gonna keep getting away with it. If you are using your food stamps to buy lobsters and steak and all kind, then you don't really need it.
Right.
You don't really need it, because like people that really need do not spend their food stamps on lobsters and steak and all kind of other
And
stuff.
lamb chops. Come on. Y'all trying. Yeah, okay. In Miami, Florida, you see him. Mr. Dapper Dan himself, Brother Bowtie, has entered the room. Good morning, Brother Bowtie. How you doing, Scholar?
Good morning, Scholar. How's everything, Joe? I see you in the Tennessee mood today.
Everything is everything, baby.
Is that
Rocky Top you will always be.
Is that some Tennessee whiskey in that cup?
But it's home sweet home to me. I promise you that.
Got you. Miss Alethea, how you doing with that? With the most beautiful accent ever.
Good
matches
morning.
the
How
face.
are you? How are you?
I'm fine, baby.
You see how? Okay, so brother Bowtie is going to get himself in some trouble one day if he keep giving me all these compliments.
Watch yourself. Guide yourself. I know. I'm just saying.
That's not my intentions. Tell your wife that she's safe. I just the accent matches the looks. They're very unique and beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know how to fight. I wear both ties.
Right. Not you don't know how to fight.
So back to where we were at, Bowtie, before you came on, Brother Cope. We're talking about this 35-year-old young lady from out of Slidell. Her name is Candace Taylor.
Oh, the Lamborghini lady.
Yeah, the Lamborghini. She said, I pulled up in a Bugatti. and guess what?
And they gonna pull her ass right out of it.
So
they gonna pull her right out.
Okay, so wait a minute. I'm more confused about this. They said from 2020 to 2024, her business that she has registered is a multi-million-dollar business.
So why is she?
So that's my point. Hold on. So if you have a multi-million-dollar business, and I don't know, I see different figures of the millions, but it is a fact that she has a multi-million-dollar business.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the only way she could afford a Lambo.
Yeah.
Right.
There she is, celebrity life strategist, the therapist, the author herself, Sister Jackson's in the building. Are we in here, family?
Yeah.
So good morning, Jax. How you doing this morning? Uh-oh. Turn your mic on, Jax. There we
We
go.
can't hear you.
Y'all can hear me now. I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
good,
we
you
y'all.
can hear
How
turn.
you
y'all
now.
doing?
Yeah, you was turned down for what?
I know, right? Turned down for what? Turned down
So
because I'm tired, up early making breakfast for the family so they can get out. My son and my husband get out and go to work. And I'm here, y'all.
so
Oh,
so
that's so
so
beautiful.
so to catch everybody up, because me and Alethea started off, but to catch everybody up, what is burning the internet up, especially in Louisiana right now, is a Louisianian in the city of Slidell, Louisiana, which is right outside New Orleans. This young lady, 35 years old. 35 years old. Now, I want to compliment Miss Candace before I talk about the subject of the crime she's accused of, because she is accused of this crime, and we are all innocent until proven guilty. I can say this: I've seen some of the file, and they got a lot of stuff on her, and it's going to be hard for her to prove her innocence. But she may have a way or a lawyer that can do that. 35-year-old Candace M. Taylor of Slidell was arrested Monday, July the 28th, 2025. Special agents assigned to the Louisiana Bureau of Investigations, the Criminal Investigation Division of the Louisiana Department of Justice, received a complaint from the Louisiana Department of Health in reference to Ms. Taylor's alleged committing Medicaid recipient fraud. Now, this lady has a multi-million-dollar business, but she decided to go and apply for government assistance. I'm confused, family. But we have people that do that all the time. We have folks out there walking around right now with EBT cards that know you really lied on that application to get that EBT card. You're living in a nice house. You got a good, decent job, but you just felt like you deserved some free government assistance to help you with your food in your home.
If we want to be honest, Joe, this morning, we all know someone that does it. All
Yes,
four of us
sir.
on this panel. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hold on.
It-
Hold on. Yes, sir. And that ain't good for me because my job is to stop folk from doing stuff like that. So that's not. So I have to sometimes act like I really didn't see.
yeah.
That's
Joe,
right.
Joe, this is why oftentimes when I argue and I come on here and I not on this platform or other platforms, and I have to remind folks that I'm not a Republican or Democrats, because there's some things that I agree with from Republicans. There's some things I agree with from Democrats. But however, I have to say I agree with this. I think he's being too stiff. You know, Donald Trump has this new thing that he's trying to push that you can only be on HUD as Section 8 only for 2 years. I think it should be 4 or 6 years. But there's a lot of people that takes advantage of the systems, government system
Oh yeah.
for
Oh,
years.
there are people that have been on Section 8 for. I know folks who have lived in Section 8 housing all their life, all their child life, all their adult life. To be exact, I know generations of folks who have never strived to be better. They have been good getting $25 rent from the moment that they were born to the moment they leave God's green earth.
Well, the issue that I have with it is it's okay. It's a hand up. But the thing is, once you stay in the system, you be comfortable in the system. You don't know how to get out the system.
That
But you
part.
also block the people. You also block the people who done fell on hard times, who saying, "Hey, let me get a restart. Let me try to go get on food stamps or get Section 8 or get HUD or get Medicaid. That way I can get back on my feet because I know how to come out. If I can just get me a place to stay for 2 or 3 months or for a year, I'd be able." But when you go apply for food stamps and Section 8 and all this other kind of stuff, now they have waiting lists because these
Right.
people don't want to give up on their Section 8 or their Medicaid and food stamps.
Right.
And I get it. Most single mothers are on it, but most single mothers, they actually build themselves in a family to stay on it and to not come out of it.
But I didn't like I think I told y'all this before. I was on government assistance for the longest time. I had to change my mindset about this, and I told myself that this was not the life that I wanted. Like this was not how I wanted to live the rest of my life. Was it hard? Yes, it was, but I did it.
Mhm.
So it's not something that can't be done. Like it can be done, but you have to change your mindset and stop playing the victim and see yourself as the victor. And
Mhm.
then you're gonna make it.
That's right. And that goes to show, Alethea, that every day we have a chance and a choice. And some
Yep.
people take a chance and say, you know what, I'm going to stand up and be self-reliant, self-sufficient. And other people say, you know, I'm going to make a choice to take this $1,000 worth of food stamps and sell them to somebody so I can get $250 cash. Right. So, you know, you got a chance and a choice. So
You, you,
kudos to you, sis.
you know, so I posted the arrest, and this was also very humorous to me because once again, I knew about all this before it hit social media.
Mm.
And even when I saw when she took her mugshot picture, that is the mugshot picture of a person who says, I'm going to be all right.
Right,
I'm
right.
just fine.
Yeah,
I'm just
my
fine.
ducks is in order.
Hold it. And once again, I don't have the exact dollar amount, and I've heard the speculative numbers, but this lady has a multi-million-dollar business here in Louisiana.
Mm.
So she's probably got a pretty good lawyer somewhere who knows how to do what he needs to do. Because I promise you, if I check right now, she's probably not incarcerated right now. She got arrested. She probably put up bail, and she's probably out. Now, they're probably working hard at the Louisiana Department of Investigations and DOJ here to seize all her assets. I promise you that, because I know how Liz Merle and them operate here in Louisiana. They doing everything they can to make sure that young lady there, whatever she got that they can tie into fraud, they're going to seize it. So she might be living in a beautiful $1.5 million house in Slidell sitting on 3 acres of land. I promise you, they're about to go and put yellow tape all over that place and say,
Yep.
don't nothing move. But
And
how?
Mhm.
Go ahead. Go
I was
ahead,
gonna
Jack.
say, and you know what? That's how it happens. People try little things to see what they can get away with, and then before you
Mm-hmm.
know it, it snowballs. It's the same thing with cheating. You know what? You might be entertaining some guy or some girl and just having a conversation or a conversation at work, and before you know it, it snowballs, and people see like, oh shoot, I was able to go out to lunch with him or her. Oh shoot, I was able to, you know, go out for a drink after 5 with him or her, and then before you know it, you laying up in the bed with the person, cheating on your wife or your girlfriend, your boyfriend,
Yeah,
whatever it is. So it
husband done
always starts.
destroyed your whole family and marriage.
Yeah,
Or cheating
destroyed
on,
it
hold it,
all.
since we say it like that, or cheating on your husband.
Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely, absolutely. It goes both ways. So people start with a little bit, or they put their hand in a cookie jar and take one little thing from their job, and then before you know it, they're embezzling a whole bunch, and then they're so far gone that, you know, some people are just addicted to it. That's why rich people steal too. I mean, she
Right.
is, you know, wealthy, but
Hold
you
it,
know.
right. Hold it. So that's where we need to really, that's where I want to drill down to for a minute. 22 minutes past the hour. This young lady, 2 months after purchasing a Lamborghini, she contacted Louisiana Department of Health to renew her Medicaid benefit.
Oh my God, dang.
He falsely declared employment with a business alleging an income of only $4,000 per month and omitting the fact that she was a business owner according to the arrest record.
Dang.
So what she did in basic, she had a company that was making millions.
Mm.
She then finagled her name to try to make it seem like she wasn't the person who owned the company,
Mm.
and that she was this poor individual who did not have anything. Baby, when you living in a $1 million house in Louisiana. Now let me explain something to folks. Jackson's in Brick City, New Jersey. $1 million house sitting on 3 acres in Louisiana equates to an estate in the Hamptons that probably cost somewhere around $9 to $10 million.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just want to give that to my East Coast folks because they're like 1.5. I live in an apartment that's 1.5.
That's
Baby,
right.
that's in New York City. In Louisiana, if you're living on 3 acres of land in a $1.5 million house, That equates to
Wow.
about an estate in the Hamptons that's about $10 million.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, Joe? Sometimes some people still have a poverty mindset. They gain and acquire wealth, but their mindset is still the poverty mentality and that poverty mindset. So it's hard for them to shift because, like you said, sometimes it's a generational thing. And you know, they're so used and comfortable to, and they like, shoot, I put money into it. You know, the government owes me. Yeah, they owe you, all right.
Now watch this. We have a saying in our community. It's cool when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. F 'em.
Right. Right.
I come back and tell y'all once again, I used to be the biggest advocate against the police and the government this side of heaven until I began to operate and work for these entities because I knew change could not come from outside talking about them. You had to get inside where you could bring about the change you wanted to see. Let me tell y'all something. I say it all the time and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Melanated folks, you can't do what them other folk do.
Sure enough, can't.
Can't do what Donald Trump do.
Nope.
You can't. Go ahead and say, go ahead and get out there and use the Migos and all them little catch sayings. Oh, it's cool when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. F you. Because when they come, they're not going to come and cuss you out. They're not going to come and talk about you. They're not going to go on social media and laugh and joke and post about you. What they're going to come with is a pair of pretty bracelets and put them on your hands and say, follow me, please. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will and can be used against you in a court of law. Oh, they're going to whoop you every which way but loose because ultimately, and I give you a prime example, y'all didn't pay no attention to this. Did y'all pay attention to how much they posted that Diddy's legal fees were? Did y'all pay attention? Did y'all pay attention to how much money Diddy had to give up and he's still in jail? Hold on. And he's still in jail. They know how to say, if you going to accumulate all this wealth and all of a sudden try to buck against us, we have a way of going ahead and taking you from being a hero and making that when you do come out, you might still be the hood hero, but you ain't gonna have them dineros behind your name.
That's right.
To be the hood millionaire you was before we got your ass.
That's right. What you say, Bowtie? Grab me the coochie if you want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Grab me the coochie if you want. That's right.
Listen.
No.
Come on, family. Listen.
Did he just posted his defense team tried to post another $50 million bail yesterday?
Yep.
He said he's the only guy that ever did this much time for trying to hire a prostitute, which is true. And I ain't saying whether he wrong or right, or they wrong or they right, but when they want you, they gonna come get you.
Come
by
here.
any means necessary.
Hold on.
They can drag you right now.
It is all about making an example.
Right now.
That is all that they're making an example. And if I'm going to make an example, I am going to start with the higher up to show y'all niggas. Okay, if I could get him, then I could get y'all too.
Hold it. Y'all need listen. Everybody need to go buy this. It's almost free on Amazon. To be exact, you can get it on your Kindle. You can get it on Amazon. The book don't cost that much. Go get the Willie Lynch letters. Hey, so that's y'all problem. Y'all ain't even read the blueprint of what they doing.
I think it's $3 or $4 actually.
Come on, y'all ain't even went. How many y'all? Hold it. Every black person need to at least go get the blueprint and say, why are they doing us like this? Well, there is a book out there called the Willie Lynch Letters. And if you get that book and read it, you can get the strategy of the colonist and the colonizer and the oppressor. Because literally, if you read that book, you'll sit there. After you read that book, guess what you'll say? Damn. These fools that had a game plan since way back when.
Yeah.
That's right. And it'll literally take you like 25 minutes, if that, to read the book. It's a very small book.
That part.
Yeah.
But guess what?
You know, unfortunately, Joe, you have adults our age, and right now I'm the youngest one until Elijah come on. But y'all age.
And Elijah won't be on today. I
forgot today is Wednesday.
He won't be on today.
You have adults my age, y'all age, who still only look at Wizard of Oz for the entertainment. They didn't get the whole message at all.
Nope.
The only thing they still obsessed about is Dorothy walking the yellow brick road.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right. I just gave my dad.
And in our community, we love the Michael Jackson version and Diana Ross.
The Wiz, right.
Yeah, my dad was at my house recently, and I gave him my copy of the Willie Lynch letter. So now I have to go get another one because I'm like, Daddy, you be angry at everything in the world, but you got to understand why you're so angry at what you see. And I know Scripture tells me oppression maketh the wise man mad. So I'm like, you got to read this Willie Lynch letter. Everybody, all our people need to read it to gain a better understanding so that we can do better for sure. That book is powerful.
So,
I-
so
and
once
the part that killed that just really irks me in the book is when they talk about how breaking, in the making of a slave, how they would tie
Yeah,
the
breaking the
man.
buck,
Yeah, exactly. The
buck
arms and the
breaking.
legs, and beat the
Hmm.
horse and make the horse run in opposite directions, and then
Hmm.
make the women and the children watch. And
Watch,
like,
yeah.
it's just, how sick and depraved somebody has to be to do the things that they did to us back then. You know how
but
sick, and it wasn't
Yeah.
in isolation. It wasn't
hey,
just one person. It was a whole bunch of them doing it to
hey,
us.
but here's the sicker thing about it. And it's really not sick. It's something that we really need to come down to a realization of. Most non-melanated folks don't look at melanated folks as human beings anyway.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's very easy for you to handle a person a certain way when you don't see them as human. See, when it has been programmed into your mind that those people, because of a different color of their skin, they are not equal to you. They are not like you. They are
But
not
it's the
human.
same. It's the same thing with us, Joe. We don't see each other as such.
Thank
It's
you for the
easy.
bow tie. Thank
Joe,
you.
it's easy. It's easy for me to walk past. Well, I won't do it to you because you're my brother, but I won't do it anyway because that's the kind of man that I am.
Mm-hmm.
But in our community, average on our community on a daily basis, it's easy to walk past another man or a woman and look them up and down, or as we say in Miami, east them or size them up. Then but it's kind of hard for us to speak and say, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day? Hey, I'm such such such." But it's easy for us to see each other as an enemy than as a companion or
That's right.
someone that we can possibly build a network with.
And
And
that's
So,
that's
mission accomplished.
so watch
yeah.
this. Watch this. On Instagram, because we're broadcasting live on Instagram, and if you want to catch us on Instagram, it's at the JDMS. Miss Franks 190 said the following: the system is so messed up. I know several disabled people who cannot get Medicaid due to getting $30 too much on Social Security.
Yeah.
Who's checking these things? Okay, glad you asked, Miss Franks, on Instagram, and thank you for tuning in. That is also something we need to pay attention to. Who is checking these things? Because watch this. Most of these governmental entities, when you look at their hierarchy, you don't see no black and brown folks. You don't.
Well, that's
You
in every government.
hold it. When you see
Right.
their mid-level management, if there's 10 mid-level managers, 2 of them might be black and brown. So once again, pay attention. When I posted this on my social media, I just put a simple caption. I posted the story and I said, pay attention. I wanted people to click on the story and read because this lady, are you crazy? But guess what? Just like Brother Bowtie, Sister Alethea, and Sister Jack say, we know people who just that crazy. This lady did the following in 2020. Now I'm gonna go a little deeper because I'm not only looking at the story, I'm looking at another screen where I'm looking at some other stuff that I can't show y'all. In 2020, when she applied for Medicaid, that year she made, that month that she applied, not that year, the month that she applied for Medicaid, she made a deposit, 2 deposits into her business account. One deposit was for $480,000. The other deposit was for $325,000. But then now here's the thing, they only talking about the Medicaid. He also applied for other government assistance that they're probably going to come back around and RICO charge her, tie it all together, and hit her with the whole shebang later.
Dang.
She applied for EBT and got it. How you living in a $1 million house and you walking around with a food stamp card?
I won't be surprised, George. She got Section 8 of HUD, and she allowed one of her friends or someone to stay in it and renting it to them.
Exactly.
That's the point. When you out there doing these, okay, y'all should have learned your lessons with the PPP loans, but you didn't.
That's right.
Right now, There are folk out there doing all kind of fraud, and it seemed to be that's the good thing to do. Let me do this fraud, and guess what, sisters? They ain't scared to put y'all in jail either, because guess what?
They
The
really
new
not.
mantra is we done got all your men incarcerated. Now let's get all you sisters incarcerated. Then all that's left is the children, and we really ain't got to worry about them because we got them shooting each other up in the street. Black folks, pay attention.
Mm-hmm. Pay attention.
Y'all think it's
It's
cute.
sad.
Right now, we dealing with another situation that I'm going to talk about. 34 minutes past the hour. Since we done talked about the fraud, between the fraud and the sisters, brothers, because it's going both ways. I'm going to put it on both of y'all. When you put ads out selling your body, sisters and brothers, do you not think that law enforcement don't monitor those sites just like the Johns who purchase the services? Do you not think that there's not somebody who walks by you every day and knows what you're doing?
Mm.
Y'all got to come on, family, wake up.
And you know what's
But-
sick, Joe? You know what's sick? I was talking to my husband the other day, right? We're driving down the block, and we see, some, ladies that are clearly,
Open air
addicted,
prostitution.
right?
Let's call it what it is. It's open air
yeah.
prostitution.
Yeah, prostitution. They were addicted. They were dirty, and like you wouldn't even want them to sit on your couch. Like bad. But it's so crazy. They're out there, and it's still people paying them. And sometimes the people that's paying them look like us.
Okay, watch
It's not
this.
always some other little dirty crackhead coming up to buy some booty.
Hold on. I don't want to talk about them. Them are the ones that you really need to be careful for because they are carrying all malice of stuff that will probably put you in a bad place.
Mhm.
No, I'm talking about little Miss College student
Oh yeah, her too.
who happens to
Yep.
be your cousin, your niece, and some of y'all
Your
daughter.
daughter. That's right.
Hold it. I'm talking about little college dude. Because believe it or not, selling D is at an all-time high too. Aunties out
Oh,
there
yes.
buying a lot of D. Aunties
Oh,
out there
yes.
buying a lot of. Oh, let me say it again, since everybody always put it on us dudes. There's some aunties out there
That's right.
buying a lot of D. They actually have parties. Oh, see, somebody mad at me
Diddy-
right now.
Diddy
They say
party.
Joe putting all our little business out there. Do y'all not think for 1 minute that law enforcement don't know what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, y'all. Let me say the following. Y'all better stop going on these sites, putting y'all ads out there talking about y'all selling this, selling that. Come on, family. Come on, we
Mhm.
better than that.
They just
It's-
had
I ain't I can't give advice on how to do it, but one thing y'all really need to stop doing is going to these little sites, hold it. And right now, y'all doing it on Instagram and y'all do it on Instagram. Y'all do the little provocative pictures. Get
Yep.
at me. Come on, family. Instagram,
As,
y'all slinging more. y'all
if
slinging more
OnlyFans wasn't
P&D.
good enough.
Come on, y'all slinging more P&D on Instagram than you could shake a stick at. Come on, family. Stop.
Mhm.
Stop.
What you gonna
Between
say,
that and the fraud, y'all wondering why y'all getting locked up.
Yeah. You was about to say something, Alethea?
Yeah, they just had a massage parlor
Mhm.
here that was
Mhm.
rated, and it's been rated on more than one occasion, and I don't understand how they keep going back to what they were doing.
Yeah.
But it's a local massage parlor that has been rated, and it was some of them and some of their clientele that got busted because of these happy endings that they
Yeah.
were receiving.
Yeah.
So I mean, so it's not just our culture. It's not just their culture. It's other cultures too.
Hold it. It's
That's
being human. So I want to say the following, and this is gonna sound crazy, especially people who know who I am. In the continent of Europe, I'm gonna go to a country that I lived in some years. Be exact, I'm gonna go to 3 countries I lived in some years. Prostitution is legal and it is regulated by the government. in Germany, in France, and in Holland. If there's going to be prostitution, it needs to be legal and it needs to be regulated. That's what I'm saying. Because the way it is here, I'm telling you, everybody knows if you in the prostitution game, first of all, you go to Houston, Texas, which is only 3.5, 4 hours down the road from me. And that's if you're taking your time driving like Miss Daisy.
Mhm.
But if you go to Houston, Texas, there is a strip in Houston, Texas called Bissonnette. Bissonnette is known as the Hostro.
Mhm.
If you go to my hometown, Memphis, Tennessee, there's a place called Lamar. Lamar is known as the Hostro. If you go to Dallas, Texas, if you go to Los Angeles, California, the world famous Figueroa, where you can drive through, and believe it or not, there are beautiful women who look beautiful on the outside, but some of these
Mhm.
women are underage. And it's so much going. Come on, family. And then let's push all that to the side. I'm talking about you folks that have the mitigated gall to go on these sites and put your ads out there.
Mhm.
And
I
then
think isn't it kind of legal in Vegas? I believe, or in some parts of Vegas, prostitution
it
is
is legal in the state of Nevada outside certain municipalities, like the Bunny Ranch. The Bunny Ranch is a legal
Yeah.
place where you can go and partake in prostitution. It is legal there, but it is regulated by a board in Nevada that is regulated by the Board of Health. Nobody there, everybody there gets tested once a week.
I never been there, by the way, Joe.
I understand. And the only reason
I just know by reading, and then
I just heard about it somewhere.
But now I would say
I saw
this is a
I saw the
true story.
HBO documentary. I get it.
This is a true story, Joe. You know how people always talk about going to Vegas? I'm gonna tell you why I don't like going to Vegas. I went to Vegas only once in my life, probably like 11 or 12 years ago. And I probably walk, I'm gonna say 300 feet. Within that 300 feet, I had like probably 40 prostitution cards. And I said, well, no, I can't come here. No. This not for me.
You get caught up, scared to get caught
Yeah.
up. That's
That
right.
was it's just like I look, and I believe what I am and who I am is dying out. But I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
So I love to pay a woman attention. I love to get to know her and stuff like that. Don't make it easy for me, because you make it easy for me, then I don't see no value in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But you
and
know
I'm
the-
scared of it. I'm actually
Yep.
scared of it. You throw it at me and say, hey, I'm gonna think you got something. So I don't want
That's
it.
right. But you know the crazy part about it is you got 40 cars within that little bit of time. But think about, you go to the club, how many other sisters gonna be all up on you that don't have a car saying they prostitutes, but they still prostitutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they still sleeping with you, they still trying to get money from you, they still trying to get you to buy them drinks and get their nails done, their hair done. They doing the same
we don't
thing
want to talk
under
about
different
we
guys.
don't see we've been talking about illegal prostitution. We really don't want to talk about the legal prostitution. So with that being said, let's shift over. It's 42.
Hold on, Joe. Joe, if you don't mind, before we switch over, I just got a message from Elijah. I got to do sports.
Okay.
Miami Dolphins going to the Super Bowl. That's it.
Okay. Now that we know the Dolphins are going to be in the Super Bowl, and Elijah, we will address that tomorrow on Turn Up Thursday, Turn Down for What. Let's talk about Epstein and Miss Maxwell. Because family, I keep telling y'all, pay attention. Do not be surprised if very soon Ghislaine Maxwell is set free, either with a presidential pardon or she is given immunity. Y'all got to pay attention. I told you, it's cool. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. At the end of the day, y'all got to pay attention. Just like with the dope game. I'm trying to tell y'all today on this Work It Out Wednesday, family, I want y'all to work it out and pay attention. Do you understand how many black and brown folks are right now spending life sentences in prison over dope, over marijuana?
That's right.
It's cool when they do it. The same marijuana that we have sent many a black man and woman to jail for life. Right now, there are folks in Washington State, in Colorado, and in Oregon who are multi-billionaires doing the same thing that we did back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and the 80s, and the 90s, and the 2000s, and got locked up for, because it's legal in their state. They took our formula on how, and guess what? Them same folks watch Power. Them same folks watch The Chi. Them same folks watch The Wire, and took the same formula that we did on street selling narcotics and said, as soon as we make it legal, we're gonna do the same thing. We just got a place called a dispensary. It's
Exactly. I mean,
legal.
Joe, they get everything from us, literally everything from us, and then they take it somewhere, they remix it and give it right back to us as though it's something new. That's just the nature of the beast.
Family, if we don't wake up, and let me say this to all my bougetta and bougie brothers out there that balling in the mix, knowing y'all doing a little fraud on the side. Don't y'all know they just letting y'all do just enough until they get tired?
Mm-hmm.
And when they
just
get
waiting.
tired,
They
Yeah.
just waiting.
and when
They're
they get
patient.
tired, or better yet, and the truth about it is, a lot of y'all who getting away with all this fraud and stuff, the reason y'all getting away with it is because y'all snitching on other folks. We don't even want to talk about that.
Ain't that the truth?
Y'all snitching on other folks. The reason why you still able to ride around in your Mercedes and do the little fraudulent stuff you doing is because you snitching on other folks. And as long as you quote unquote a snitch, we gonna let you keep doing your thing because you are our confidential CI. Some of y'all confidential CIs.
Some of these dudes are not as hard as they want people to think
That's
that
right.
that they are. Like, you want people to think that you all this hard and you can't mess with me, but as soon as them people roll up on you,
They be
then
singing.
what? Be singing like Whitney,
no,
and they be singing
Yeah.
like Whitney. Oh, this one and that one.
Telling
And
it.
let me tell you where they live, because back in 1995, it's like when it really started.
Yeah.
What? Like,
Yeah.
now you throwing everybody under the bus, but you want the outside world to see you as this. But the only reason that you still walking around these streets is because you out there talking all, like everybody business, baby. Like, that's not how that
right.
roll. Like, that's not how that work. But if people really knew who you really were, you would have been gone a long time ago, my darling.
That's right.
Long time ago.
Look, they snitch on the boy mama. The boy auntie, the sister,
Listen, and
grandma.
because it's not just him. That boy mama says selling work too, and y'all just
Yeah.
don't know about it. Look, they'll throw everybody under the bus.
Yeah, I had one of my students come into class talking on some, he shot up the block and he ran down the block to his grandma's house. She had him hiding in the attic, and I mean, just all this crazy stuff. So grandmas be down with it too,
Yeah.
But
Oh,
guess what?
yeah.
Somebody
I
tell
mean-
on grandma also.
I
You
mean,
know they
family,
become the best poets when they get you in that room. Man, they become
Listen.
the best poets. They be
The-
writing
the-
like,
Hold
man,
on.
Yep, bars.
I
Yeah.
can testify.
Big
I
bars.
see, like I said, a lot of you brothers and sisters. Now, believe it or not, I'm gonna say this: there's a lot of queen pins out there too now.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all fellas are slipping. A lot of y'all don't know, and Jackson camera went off. Hopefully you'll bring it back. There's a lot of queen pins out there too. And believe it or not, right now in the game, there's a lot of women who are the orchestrators and the conductors of the organization than they are men. I mean, hey, it's just the era of the woman, and it
Because
is what it is.
we
I mean,
are the ones that you least expect. Now look at me and tell me that by looking at me that you would think that I'd be a mastermind out there just slanging dope. Like,
on,
look at
hold on,
me and like,
hold on.
what would you think that little old me
Come on,
would
come on.
be out there like,
Hold
get
on.
him.
Hold it.
Bring my money to me right now.
Hold on, Alethea. Let me do this. I want y'all to look at this face. If y'all had seen this, if you had seen this 35-year-old young lady, first of all, would you even thought she was a millionaire? Because she is. And better yet, would you even thought that innocent little face right there, would you ever thought that she was out there doing all kind of fraud and malice? Come on, family.
How your mugshot like?
Hold it. No. I tell anybody, a mugshot will tell you everything about the person you're dealing with. when you see people with happy mug shots, guess what
Yep.
they have? They are lawyered up. And
Yes.
they know, oh yeah, you gonna giggle, you giggling right now. But guess what? Because watch this. You cannot tell me that's the mugshot that tells me, yeah, y'all got me. Y'all think y'all know everything I got, but somewhere in the Cayman Islands, I got about $10 million that y'all can't touch. So I'll do my time. Hold it. I'll do just like Gucci Man. I already got somebody that I done told if I ever get caught,
Yeah.
I'll go in for 5 years, 10
But
million
handle this.
strong in the Cayman Islands, and I'll come out 25 million strong and still be looking at y'all like, what y'all do? Not nothing but
Yeah.
gave me a 5-year vacation. That's all.
Yep.
That's
But
all.
look, it's two things, Joe. Either they lawyered up and got money stashed up somewhere, or they're a sociopath or a psychopath. Because
That's
guess
it.
what?
It's either
Sociopath
A
or
or B.
psycho.
Hold it. Like you just said, it's either
that's like
A
giving,
or B. Family, we listen once again. So the story we're talking about, just to let y'all know, and let me put it back up there. There she is, innocent looking sister. Be exact, I'm very hurt because once again, I want to say this. I need that the next time y'all arrest one of these innocent looking non-melanated folks who did a lot of fraud like this, I want y'all to put them out there just like y'all put her out there. But the agents with the Attorney General's office of Liz Merrill here in Louisiana, Bureau of Investigation, arrested this Slidell woman on government benefit fraud. She's 35-year-old Candace M. Taylor, and she is innocent until proven guilty, but they have charged her with Medicaid fraud and probably will hit her with some other type fraud. And the thing is, she has a multi-million-dollar business, but she falsely put paperwork out there saying she needed Medicaid. And
But
sadly,
this is my thing.
come on, talk to me.
And I'm not condoning nothing. Please don't take it like that. But if you're gonna be a criminal, do not be a dumb one. She gets the "you big dummy" award because why? Knowing what you got, you would go out there and renew. That is where you slipped up, man.
That's right.
You went and you renew, especially under this president that we have now, where they already cracking down. You go renew like it's all kind of ding 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 flags, ding ding ding.
That's
ding.
right.
That's how you messed up. Like you just had to leave well enough alone.
Alethea,
Right.
you know that's got to be a segment on your talk show. When you get that big talk show, your big dummy award, that got to be on there.
Hey,
You big
hey,
dummy.
listen. I don't know, was that greed? I don't know what it was, but at the end of the day,
I think it was just an urge, Joe. You know, I'll be honest, like I know
I'm glad you said that, brother Bowtie.
yeah, I know
Continue.
friends or relatives who are actually kind of well off, but they still do stupid stuff that ought to jeopardize their freedom or stealing from someone. Like, no, I witnessed one of them steal out of Publix, which is a grocery store. And I'm like, for what, bro? Like your net worth is, like in the million. Man, I don't give a fuck. I want 3 sneakers and I don't want to pay for it and I want to get in line.
It's that rush. I literally sit down with a person. I said, ma'am, why do you do this? It makes no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me it's the rush I get.
Yeah.
Understand, there are folks who outside of the financial with these OnlyFans pages, it's the rush they get. It's the rush. I literally sit there because I was looking yesterday at some things and I was completely amazed that hold on, let me hit y'all with something. Since folk always talking about social media and social media numbers and how they making Country Wayne type bread on social media. Let me tell you where the real breadwinners are, because I get to see it. The real breadwinners in little old Lafayette, Louisiana, are the 10 people I know that got OnlyFans pages out there in Lafayette, Louisiana, who are making over $300,000 a year on their OnlyFans pages in Lafayette, Louisiana.
I mean, quiet as it's kept. I'm about to go get my toes done today, so I
Mm,
could put a little pic online.
mm. Hey,
Right.
hey,
Show the pinky toe, girl.
hold
Show
it.
that pinky
And I'm
toe.
glad, listen, and Alethea, I'm glad you said what you just said, because I was going to go ahead and quantify my statement. Everybody who got OnlyFans pages aren't necessarily showing everything.
Mhm.
There are
They-
folks who listen, there are folks here in Lafayette, in little old Lafayette, Louisiana. There are people in the state of Louisiana that got OnlyFans pages where they are making upwards to over $250,000 to $500,000 a year.
Yeah. And it's so crazy when you think about it, Joe, how sexually deviant some people are. Cause like she say, she'll put her toe out there, but then you have some brother on the other end or somebody whacking off or whatever, looking at her pinky toe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like seriously having foot fetishes and
And
all this other stuff. Like, right?
just get run me my money.
Yeah.
Hold it.
I'm just letting y'all know I'm going get a pedicure
Uh-huh.
today.
Oh,
Mhm.
sure, Olivia.
Run me my money.
Run me my
Yeah.
coins. Run
Yeah.
me my
but-
coins. Hold
but
it.
Now watch. Somebody go be
Yes.
like, oh my God, did y'all
Right,
hear about
right. Hold it. And
Got-
guess
got the
what?
lotion.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Hold up,
crazy.
Alethea. And guess what? If you was doing it, it is completely legal in the state of. See, here's what folks don't understand. There are folk out there that know how to do the legal hustle, and they doing the legal hustle. OnlyFans is legal. It's 100%. See, that's the thing. Even though we may monitor it, even though law enforcement may look at it, there ain't nothing we can do about it. It is 100% legal. So once again, that's what bothers me when y'all isn't y'all just want to be the y'all watch Power, y'all watch Power Book, y'all watch Tommy, y'all watch The Shy, y'all watch all these gangster shoot, and y'all say to yourself, the only way I can get it is get it like, come on, there are folk out here legally doing it. You'll be surprised how many folks that live. Hold it, I'm gonna say this, only Alethea will catch this, y'all won't catch it. You'll be surprised how many young ladies live in Youngsville, in Sugar Mill Pond, who have OnlyFans pages, and y'all trying to figure out why these young ladies driving around in these Beamers and Benzes, because they done figured out the legal way to do what on the and guess what? I'm not gonna sit down and tell no young girl on the north side that's black and brown how to do it. But come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all out here, hold it. Why they got legal OnlyFans pages that the law enforcement can't touch. Y'all out here on Backpage talking about come get me, I'm selling coochie. Come
Right.
on, man.
Not
On
that
Craigslist,
page.
Facebook.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Craigslist and Facebook too.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah, or better yet, why they done figured out a way to get their little phone, get their little backlight, and legally hustle people out of their money by showing their body parts. You out here on all these illegal sites, literally saying, "Come see me in this hotel. I'm selling coochie."
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know hold it. And
ahead,
the
yeah.
young brothers, they selling D too. Like I told you, these
Yeah.
aunties purchasing D at an all-time high.
They sure are. Because you
I
know what?
almost got me a PlayStation 5 last year.
Shut up. You turned it down.
She told me I was too old. She said I needed 35 and younger.
Shut
Mhm.
up. I believe it. I believe it. You know what's crazy? One time I was in Atlantic City, right? And it broke my heart because there was this man, nice looking, white man on an escalator going up to his hotel room, right? And as he's going up, he has these two young, pretty girls, one black, one Hispanic. So the guy probably was in his, late 40s, early 50s. The girls were probably like 19, 20. And they were just like fawning all over him as he's going up the escalator. And it broke my heart because I said, you know what? His wife, he had on his suit. So he was probably there, obviously, on a business trip with these two prostitutes, right? So his wife is probably at home, soccer mom with the kids, nice house, car, money, while her husband, she's thinking he's at a meeting or at a business dinner, is on his way to his room with two black and brown prostitutes. And that happens so often, more often than not. And
Okay.
go ahead.
So
Mhm.
I'm gonna make you laugh, Jax. You
Yeah.
are very correct about that. What folks leave out the equation is soccer mom who back home
Uh-huh.
might have a couple of her son's soccer players
Yeah, they
Uh,
do that too. Straight up.
listen,
She was
listen.
a UPS man.
These soccer
She-
moms,
They
listen. Between these
Uh-huh.
soccer moms and some of these first, let's call them first, second, and third term teachers, new teachers just graduated from college, started teaching in high school. Hey, you'll be surprised how many young sophomore, junior, and senior young boys, because they are boys, who
Mhm.
look like men because they playing all kind of
That's
sports,
right.
are sleeping with these teachers, soccer moms, and these aunties.
That's right.
You
Those
know,
are
That's right.
facts.
one thing I discovered, Joe, as I got older in life, is how perverted a lot of people is
Hell
in
yeah.
multiple communities. And thank God when I had my kids, I was able to see it. So I'm one of those parents, man. I didn't allow my sons to spend the night at nobody's
Come
house.
on now.
That's right.
Come
They
on
ain't
now.
going to church. Like if I ain't there, they ain't there.
That's right.
Man, I used to go to this church when I was a Christian. I used to go to this church called New Birth, Baptist Church in Miami. This is like the biggest mega church in Miami. And I was in a youth choir. They have choir. They have like 9
Oh
choirs
shoot.
at the
You can
church.
sing, Brother Bowtie. You
Uh-huh.
can
Yeah.
okay. We got Alethea, we gonna have to do a duet one day, girl.
Okay.
But
Alethea can sing.
the
Alethea can
choir,
sing.
the choir director, and so many people in church. When I was a little child, I used to look up to these people as if like they was like my aunt or uncle.
Mhm.
Man, when I got older and I came to church when I was grown, man, some of the messages I got, I was watching you since you was like
Wow.
11 to 12 years old. And I ain't gonna say that, I ain't do nothing with some of them. I ain't even gonna get on here and lie.
Some
we,
of
we,
them.
Oh, okay.
let's not
Brother
tell no
Fernando.
let not tell no story, but go ahead
Yeah.
there.
Look,
But the
brother,
amount,
Hypothetically speaking.
yeah, but
brother
the
Bowtie,
amount is very sickening though. And then
I
what
done had
made
a
me
little
kind of scared is
sugar
like I
daddy or
think
two.
about my kids, like how many people plotting on my kids, like how many of my
Yeah.
kids teachers, or how many of my aunts or uncles, or how many people they went to church with, or
Hey,
but
That's right.
it's funny you say that, Brother Bowtie. A lot of folks know me, like I'm getting ready to start back up. I'm actually got 22 days. Football season to be back in session. And folks
I
know I
thought you
work.
about to say you about to come out your OnlyFans, Joe.
Oh no.
Listen.
Uh-oh.
No.
What
So
you showing, Joe?
yeah, oh Lord, glasses.
Sure.
um, so I work for Southern University, and of course, people know I help facilitate the coaches show and do all the sideline interviews with all the student athletes. So I understand what Brother Bowtie says when he talks about there are folks out there who don't know. So I was one time, Brother Bowtie, sitting with some gentlemen, and mind you, I was at a place, and there was some young ladies. I knew these young ladies. These young ladies went to high school with my daughter. And the conversation amongst the men at that table really sickened me. How they were like, oh, look at, I'm like, wait a minute. So if my daughter had been in the company of these young ladies she went to high school with, she would have been a part of that conversation
Yeah.
too, had they not known that it was my daughter.
Mm.
So you right. It saddens you how folks will sit there, plot and plan and all this stuff. And you're right, there are folks who are sexually sick.
Yeah.
And guess what? Some of them are our friends, some of them are our family members, some of them are our fellow church members. That you're right. They sitting in church, you trying to get full of the word and the Holy Spirit. They sitting in church looking at people's skirts or looking at people pants print or whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, because once again, I'm gonna say it. Y'all can get mad as y'all want to. Y'all keep on putting it on us fellas, but guess what? ITs are at an all-time high. There
They
are
sure
packs
are.
of lionesses out there that are dangerous.
Yeah.
There
That's
are
right.
packs of lionesses
especially-
out there that are dangerous.
Joe, listen, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I done had me a little sugar daddy or two because it was exciting. It was like, oh, what? You gonna give me what?
Yeah.
And I ain't got to do nothing. You just want to look at. Listen, everybody done been down that road before, and I have been in church with my friends, and I was trying to get the word, and pastor may have them little tight little khakis on, and my like friend like, girl, look, pastor. And wait, not,
I'm trying to see Jesus. I'm trying to see Jesus. I ain't trying to see Aaron's rod. I ain't trying to see the rod of Aaron. I'm trying to see Jesus.
and it's like then once they bring it to you, it's like it's hard not to look.
Like, hold on. We don't even want to go down that rabbit hole of sometimes how folks say, man, is this proper attire for the go and worship? You know, because sometimes you ask yourself, did you come here to worship the Lord or did you come here to be seen? You know, and that goes for the men and the women. I'm just saying, and you know, I ain't trying to be ugly because I know some folks, we 4 minutes past the hour. Can we go a little bit longer, just a little bit longer? Because we really into something. I think we really need to kind of stick around here. Listen, when I talk about these packs of lionesses, let me show you something. And this is just to put something out there. I can put it out there because it's public knowledge. These sisters will have male strip parties. Now, you think the male strip club go down?
Oh no.
You think the male strip club go down? You think P Valley is P Valley? Baby, they need to make a show about these women when they get these men to do these strip parties, because they only do them maybe once a month. See, men's strip clubs are normally open, depending on what state you in, at least Monday through Saturday. You know, they might be off Sunday. Some are open 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So you can go to the strip club and throw ones at a naked woman as much as you want to, because some places they don't have to wear anything. They can be completely nude and you can throw your ones. Let's just call it what it is. But baby, let me tell you something. When these lioness, I call them packs of lioness, decide to rent out a little hotel space or something, and put it out there through their little underground lines that we're having a male strip party, man, let me tell you something. When they show up to see men slang the sausage, man, them women show up deep. They show up with a lot of ones, and they act a MFing fool.
Already.
They act like they ain't seen no sausage in their life.
You know what? I'm gonna be truthful with y'all. Back in the day when I was like 21 or so, me and my girlfriends used to love going to the male strip club, right? I've never seen no female dance. I know. Look, I ain't never seen no female dance. I don't care to see all of that. I already got one. I don't need to see yours. But me and my homegirls would go and see the brothers dance, right? But the part about it was, we used to love to go because it would be an environment where we could just hang out with the girls and laugh at the other girls wilding out over the guys.
At them old women. Tell them about them old women be up in there. Come on.
Because you know what? Because they didn't allow men in the strip club. So for us, you know, like we were, you know, not bad looking girls, but whenever we would go out, the men always want to buy us drinks, and we didn't feel like being bothered with all of that. So when we would go to the strip clubs to see the men dance, we could just chill amongst the girls and sit and giggle and laugh all night without some little ugly brother coming up to us wanting to buy us a drink and mind our business, but laugh at the other sisters wilding out. So I know firsthand, some of them girls go crazy, especially the big girls. Like the strippers love to pick up the big girls and do tricks and stuff with them, and it just makes the crowd go crazy. So that was my my early 20s when I was like in that era.
But because
let me tell you, the two clubs.
I done been flipped before, and I was like, what?
Yeah, right?
Hold it. Let me tell y'all, the two clubs that y'all go to, if you could just go there. And I have had the opportunity, because of me being in media, I had the opportunity to twice be in both these settings. I was at a male strip club, just as it was funny because the person said, man, we need some music. I was the DJ at the time. I had music. So I got in to help the DJ because the DJ didn't have the right songs. And I was like, man, look at all these women. What the hell? Then I had the opportunity to go to a drag show. Family, when you go there, you will have the most fun in your life, because guess what?
Drag show.
Now let me raise my hand. As a heterosexual man, I felt a little nervous at first until one brother who is not heterosexual walked up to me and said, bro, we don't want you. He said, relax yourself, enjoy yourself, and get to laugh on. And I was and he made me feel so comfortable. He said, man, we don't want you. We understand. We see, we know who you are. And we know you got we know you got a whole woman and you don't want her, we don't want you either. So sit here and have your laugh on. And bruh, the women, the thing about it, in both these environments, there'll be tons of women in there.
Mhm.
Tons of women. And you be like, what? And most women say exactly what Jack said. They
Mhm.
feel safe. They feel like they're in an environment where they're not being hounded. They can
Yeah.
be there with their girls, sit and laugh, have a good conversation, ha ha ha, look at whatever, and they don't feel hounded, because when they go into male-dominated club environments, they know that they are the meat on the
They
table.
pray.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Now that has changed from
Mhm.
our days, brother Bowtie,
Almost definitely changed. It's in
especially
our
my
favor.
days, because
And you know what,
if
Joe? I'm starting to feel like the women. I'd be
hold
going
it.
in the club like,
Hey,
oh my
if you
God.
walk into a club right now, Bowtie, me with my look, I don't have to shave this off. I can stay right like I am. Let me and you get super clean like we normally do and walk into any club and sit down, get our little, you get your cigar,
Yeah,
I'll probably
it's a
pull up
wrap.
1, 2, get our little drink and cross our legs. All of a sudden, bro, we are on the menu.
That's right.
There
I
is
have to
half the
tell you
women in the
something, Joe.
club going.
This is very interesting.
Yep.
You know, I'm a big cigar smoker, aficionado. Actually, I own a cigar business, you know that.
Mhm.
But what I have seen in the last 15 years, I seen from in the cigar lounge, it was always 95, 98% men
Come
and
on.
probably 1 or 2 women. Now, man, I see sometimes it's women there,
Yeah.
like 70, 80% women and 20 to 30% men. And they're like invading our space, or some people say like they're invading our culture and our manhood, but I don't care
Yeah,
about none of that
exactly.
because I
Mhm.
enjoy talking to a woman when I smoke cigars
Oh,
anyway.
who don't want to be around some beauty? I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
Listen, I ain't disrespecting the queen at home, but who don't want to be around?
Yeah.
Who don't want to be around some intelligent, beautiful women who are
hmm
who are who are talking good talk? Who don't want that?
Yeah,
But it's
so
funny
they're
because
so they're coming in spaces where there wasn't welcome one point in time. Even in the male strip clubs, they're coming to watch to see how we interact with other female strippers, like what kind of dance we looking. I'm like, why is there so many? And I don't go to strip clubs, and this is my main reason why I don't go to strip clubs. Probably like 10 years ago, I got upset with myself. I went to a proper strip club in Miami. And I'm like, why is these dudes in here with their wives or their
yeah,
girlfriends or
right. Mhm.
But the wives and the girlfriends, they want to learn tricks and they want to see how much money they man spending, from my understanding.
Dang.
That way they man can't have no excuse next week when they say, hey, give me $500 to get my hair done. But
I
whatever they lie is,
Or they
oh,
are some swingers.
hold
probably
Yeah,
that
exactly
hold
too.
on,
true.
Or they
hold on.
got some questions in
Hollywood
their mind.
swingers.
Yep, true.
So, brother Bowtie, there's a lot of factuality in what Alethea said, what you said, and what Jack said. The truth about it is, sometimes when women go to women's strip clubs, they don't know how to. Here's the problem with most relationships. Oh man, I'm trying not to stay here until 8 o'clock, but we got to get this off our chest. The problem with most relationships is most folks don't really want to tell you who they are sexually. So in the relationship, when you started dating and everything, you met their representative. You didn't meet who they really are. And they are trying to figure out a way to slowly introduce you to who they really are, because they felt like if they showed you from day one who they really were, you really wouldn't have wanted them. So
Mhm.
you got to understand, there are some women out there who love their husbands but are attracted to other women.
Mhm.
Period. And they don't know how to introduce this to you. So I'm always precautious when a woman says, well, baby, I don't mind going to the strip club with you, because you have to understand, if she says that, why, yeah, she might be going to see how you spending your money, but chances
Uh-huh.
are better than good. That's really not why she going, because she know
Yeah.
if a
Yeah.
woman is in the house with you, she know, hold it, she might act like she don't know where your money going, but she know where your money going. She know, if you got a little extra stash on the side, because trust me,
She
they
know what
got
you gonna
extra
do.
stashes on the side. See, that's the problem with most of us men. We think we smarter than these women. Y'all better go back and read this. Read this. The first woman who came out of us, which makes you know there was a flaw in us. Okay, so men, before you start talking bad about women and saying, oh, this, that, these, and those. Last time I checked, this thing here said that you went to sleep, he took a rib back. That means something was wrong with your rib. Because if he took your rib and formed that woman, and that woman was wrong, that means something was wrong with you from Jump Street.
Mhm.
So then you had the audacity to tell this man, look at this woman you gave me. No, this is the woman I took out of you.
That's the
Mhm.
manufacturer and this woman you gave me, God. She told
Yeah,
me
yeah,
to eat the
yeah.
apple.
Okay, so
Yep.
watch this, family. We done fell victim of underestimating a part of us that was taken out of us and was supposed to help us from day one. So
Mhm.
family, wake up.
That's right.
Back to where everybody right now is click, liking, and sharing on. Because once again, we can be in here talking about how to make you richer, how to get you in better books, to read, better educated, but y'all don't want to click, like, and share all that. But all of a sudden, I'm looking at the numbers right now. Look like we talk about this sex and this fraud, and everybody wants to jump on and be in here go, woo, they own it
Yep.
today.
Yep.
So
This
we
is
love the
entertainment.
drama. Because I'm laughing right now at the 672 people who are not clicked in, but just in the background, probably having the biggest giggles of their life. Because some of y'all
That's
know
right.
y'all got your OnlyFans pages. I ain't mad at you.
That's what, and you know what? I want to big up Jewel Wall because she is in the chat going off. She's having a
Yeah.
good time. We thank our sister for always supporting us and engaging in the chat. And you know,
Yeah,
brother
and
Antonio, I love the fact what you started to say, but then you pulled back from it a little bit. How women are going into a lot of male dominated spaces, right? Because
Mhm.
that's still another big conversation. I know the brothers prefer to still be amongst men in their men's spaces doing quote unquote manly things. But now the women want to feel like I make the same amount of money as you. I dress as nice as you. My car is nice as yours. I could go in the same space as you can go.
And I'm
But the
going in there too.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But imagine back in the day, our grandmothers, you know what I'm saying, or our great grandmothers. Imagine them even thinking about going into a male dominated space. Like, so where is the division? You know what I'm saying? Where's the division? So what do
you
y'all
know,
think about that?
some
I
things have changed, and there's been an
Mhm.
evolution. Once again, if you don't evolve, you become extinct. There
Okay.
was a time that women couldn't vote. There was a
Yep.
time that women had no rights. I don't agree with that. I never have agreed with that.
Mhm.
Once again, I don't believe from my readings and my studies, I don't believe that I understand that men are responsible and
Mhm.
accountable, but that doesn't mean that the man and the woman are unevenly are uneven.
Mhm.
Yes, in certain situations, the man's supposed to be up front. That
Mhm.
is his accountability and responsibility. But throughout life, men and women are supposed to walk side by side. You
Mhm.
know, most when you see a king, pay attention to monarchs. When you see a king, see who sits who on his left hand side. He don't sit to his left hand side one step behind him. He's right beside him. Where when the king is talking, he leans over to his queen and says, "Oh, how you feel about that?" See, he don't do this number. Excuse me, how you feel? Watch every king on a throne and watch the queen sitting next to him. She always sits to his left hand side because she's closest to his heart. Y'all pay attention. That's an education for y'all who don't pay attention. So when he's there talking to the subjects, or maybe somebody comes to him, King, wise king, I need to speak to you. He's speaking, then all of a sudden he'll do this number. Hold on for a second. Watch what he do next. He don't look behind him. He
Mhm.
leans over and says, hold on for a second.
But I need men to appreciate women being in those spaces
We do,
because
brother Bowtie.
there are a lot of things that men are not aware of that women are because
Intuition.
if shit goes down
Mhm.
and like men are not always aware of their space.
Now
Women
we are.
are women are like trained to be like snipers, like we watching everything and everybody, and if something goes down, it's like, okay, well, who did what? The guy was like, I don't know. He was just at the bar. The woman was like, he had on a tan suit, a like striped tie. His
Hey.
like hat was to the side. He walked in slow, like he was looking for something. But then later on, he did like we the
Intuition.
ones that's
Paying attention.
Yeah.
Intuition and pay. Listen,
because
you're right.
women are protectors, and when we get into a space, we are not only going to protect ourselves, but our nature is to protect everyone around us in that space as well.
Hey, I have to agree with Alethea.
So
Bowtie, I'm
yeah,
gonna let you get in here, but Alethea, most men, we don't want to admit to this. I'll be the first one to say, because I've been guilty of this many a years of my life. Most men, the first person who will warn them about a snake in their camp is a
Yep.
woman. They
That's
woman will
Yes.
say, you need to watch out for so-and-so. They mama or they woman will be the first one to say, you need to watch so-and-so. And guess what
Mhm.
most of us men do? Oh, you
Don't
don't know
listen.
what you're talking about. That's my
Mhm.
dog. When your mama, women got it in them. Alethea, I agree.
That's
Brother
right.
Bowtie, the floor is yours.
yeah. And I totally agree with you. The only issue that I kind of have with that, Joe, is that it's not reciprocated. So we know our women be on point, bro, and oftentimes when we got to tell them something, man, they don't want to
They don't want
listen.
to hear
Oh,
it.
they don't want to hear it. But Lita, me being in the space, and most of the time I'm hanging in a space where there's majority men. Um, how I think, I'm not a hood dude, and I used to be one, but I obviously became Brother Bowtie. I don't go in no space that's not safe for me, or I don't control the room. Meaning that um, every cigar lounge that I go to, I know the owner, or I got my cigars in or something like that. I'm not going nowhere where I got to figure people out. So my space is always safe. If someone come in to harm me, the owner going to do his job. Now the issue that I have because you had made a statement about us accepting women. Sometimes when women come in men's space, they want men to change and be a lot more softer to try to make them feel a lot more comfortable. And oftentimes I have had conversations with women who smoke cigars like, hey, you got to chill and relax. Now, what you could do, you go get you a cup of wine and go on the other side and act like you don't hear this conversation. Because one thing about men, when we're by ourselves, we're going to talk about women. We're going to talk about our problems. We're going to talk about our sport. And if that's not entertaining to you, then you need to separate yourself and respect the surface. That's just like a man coming to a nail salon with his wife. He know that he's going to hear a lot of gossiping, and he knows to sit back, cross his legs, look at sports on his phone, or read a book or read a Bible, do whatever you want to do. But he know not to get in that
Mm,
conversation or get offensive
But
by that conversation.
but
That's a good point. If a man go get
let
his nails,
me
because some
Yeah.
men get their nails done and their feet done. You're right. When I'm in that space getting my nails done and my feet done, I have to understand I am now in a space that is
Yeah.
conducive to most women. And I
Mhm.
can't come in here and change the atmosphere. I can't all of a sudden turn this into a masculine space. I just got to sit here and get my nails done,
Yeah.
get my feet done, and deal with whatever
The
banterous
closest thing
conversation
you can
that's
do is just flirt with a woman if you're in the
but
Yeah.
nail
but
salon.
but let me just jump in right quick. So I can't speak for most women. I can speak for me and the women that I am around. When we are in these male dominated um, spaces, I see them as learning opportunities because I want to know how men think. I want to know what they talk about whenever women are not around. Like I want to hear what's going on because then I could use that later on to be like, okay, well, I know how these men think, so then I can better, adjust myself in certain
Areas.
situations, if that makes sense. So like women, I just feel like if you are in a male dominated space, like we need to also not try to change the atmosphere, but use this as a learning opportunity because we want to know how men think. You're in that area where you can learn. Just sit back, listen, learn.
Free game,
That's
Alethea.
right.
I often
Yes.
tell women who come to the cigar lounge, if you ever want to see a man vulnerable, know what a man going through, go in the cigar lounge and be quiet. And
Yes,
you will
that's
hear men talk
Yep.
about their problems, their issues, what really is on their mind, and you will be able to see it. But the key to it is you being quiet.
exactly. That's the
Yes.
key.
Because the
Mhm.
moment
And
that a woman step
sometimes
in and
that's
say
hard.
something, moment that a woman step in, I have seen this. The moment that a woman step in and say something, the man gonna shut up
Hmm.
because he's going to say, no, you just going to take my vulnerability and use it against me one day in an argument.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
with other men, who we deem safe, or our brothers or our friends, we don't mind being vulnerable. Like I done had conversations with Joe outside of the show. Like I done
Right.
called him, and we done had a vulnerable space with one another. It's safe. But if my well, I'm not married, but if my ex-wife would have walked in, hey Joe, I'm gonna call you later.
Right. Hold it.
Yeah.
That's
Hold
how
it.
that goes.
And on both sides, this is a place where men and women need to be very open and honest.
Mhm.
I tell folks, because I've been married, divorced, and I know both sides of the line. I know how it feels to be married. I know how it feels to be divorced. And many a times what people, men and women, don't want to do is admit to their own faults. See, sometimes we're too busy pointing at other folks talking about what they did instead of looking at ourselves and saying, what did we tolerate? Or what did we not say? These are our non-negotiables. Once again, too many times when we begin this dating process or this process of getting into any type of relationship, business, we don't let people meet the real us. We come out with our representative. And the reason is we are too scared that if the real us come out, maybe this relationship won't flourish or form or come out. I have come to discover the best thing to do is come out with guns a-blazing, because that's who you're going to be sooner or later anyway. I'd rather
Yeah.
for you to know this is me up front than that you find out 6 months later this is me now. Because then you're going to feel like you've been tricked. You're going to be
Yeah.
like, man, you tricked me. You tricked me into this. And guess what? Women will quickly say, you tricked me into giving these draws. No,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, if this is who I am, this is who I am.
That's right.
I
And
currently
Mhm.
I currently talk to someone. We're in the talking phase, but she's from South Africa, and she has this phase that's very this quote that she say that's very touching to me, and it goes back to something that we said earlier. She always says, like, if I'm walking in front of her, she says slow down, and walk behind her, she tells me speed up. And she says, not in front of me, not behind me, next to me. It's us against the world. It's not you trying to get in front of the world or you trying to get behind in the world. It's me and you facing the world. So however, though, it goes back to another thing that I have with her now. I'm not putting a personal business out there, but she does something that women do, and she does it openly. And I said, well, in America, most time women treat that private. They treat that situation as private. She says, well, I'm a woman and I'm not treating it as private. You're gonna be next to me, so come next to me. And it's like she be dead serious. She used to love, come here, Misty Court, right now, now. But
Mhm.
uh, it's the mindset of her, like, this is how this going to be and this is how this going to go, and it doesn't make me feel better or less. It's just that I have to get used to, like, okay, this is how she want us to be. It's going to be me and her against the world. Now I have to do some change, but just like she had to do some change, there's some things that we do in America that she just be like, yo, oh, Ike. She think it's very terrible, some of the things that we eat and the things that we do. But the thing is, we're trying to commit and change. And I said, I'd rather see how you look or how you act in the beginning of a relationship. I want to see what tick you. That way I know whether or not I can deal with it. I want to see if you fart in your sleep, or you're going to fart in the car with me, or you're going to say, hey, babe, pull over. That way I know whether or not I can deal with it and go on in our life.
Listen, I want to give Alethea a compliment right now before we keep on going down this rabbit hole. It is 27 minutes past the hour. Look like we are going to go to 8. So listen, when you want to see a loving marriage, man, watch Alethea and her wife. I'm telling you, every time I see y'all,
Thank
I'm
you.
like, man, that's LOV to the E. When me and that sister embraced each other in New Orleans, it felt it. Here's how you know a person loves a person. When they know you taking good care of the person they love, they give you the love. Man, she hugged me like, boy, you taking care of my wife, and I
Aw.
appreciate that. And guess what? That's how you know how much love they got. Because whenever you put in somebody else's hands what is precious to you, and they take care of it just like it was you, then you know how much love it is. My daddy told me, pay attention to stuff like that. I had an old father who was born in 1910, could barely read and write, and all he knew how to do was farm, but he knew how to read and judge people. And I know we ain't supposed to judge him, but that's what he did. He would read you and be like, you got to watch that. Because he would always tell me, watch a man and watch how his kids and his wife respond to him before you do business with him. Because if his kids and his wife act like that he ain't about nothing. If he ain't nothing to the person he wake up with every morning, if he ain't nothing to the ones that he created, he sure ain't gonna be nothing to you. But I just wanted to give you those props, Alethea. I just wanted to give that
Thank
to you.
you.
So
Amen.
let's
And
continue
you
with
know
the
what, y'all?
conversation. Go ahead, Jack.
You know what? I think we get so caught up in the, cliche of, we're not supposed to judge, but absolutely we are to judge in every matter, right? We're supposed to, not hold stuff necessarily against somebody, but still make a wise decisions and use discernment. And then Brother Antonio, just make sure you set it up right. You know what I'm saying? Dating this, new chick or whatever, make sure whatever you tolerate and allow now, just like for her, whatever you tolerate now is kind of like how it goes. So just make sure you set it up right. If you agree with how she wants to hold it down, let it be. But sometimes women, I think sometimes we can get so aggressive and assertive and just over the top trying to tell our man this what we doing and this how we doing it, when we doing it, where we doing it, how we doing it. But then the brother on the back end, his masculinity feels like, I really don't like her telling me how to do it this way, because I'm still a man and I still want to do it that way. So just whatever situation you get in, just make sure you set it up the right way, my brother.
Okay, it's 7:30. I got a question. This is crazy. Jax, this really has nothing to do with what we talk about. Jax or Alethea, is either one of y'all going to do this Nicki Minaj challenge? Because
What
I've
the
been
hell is
tripping
that?
out on my timeline. I have been tripping out because that's the Hindu. That's the
I thought
Hindu
about
goddess.
it, but
That's the
I
Hindu
don't
goddess pose.
have
But
them like knees. I don't have them
Oh,
type
that's
type
what
of
that
You'll
means,
knees.
have
bro.
good knees,
yeah, that's it.
good
No,
knees, good
because
That's
knees.
I forgot the Hindu goddess name. The elephant Hindu goddess. She does that. That
Okay.
is literally her pose. I don't forgot her name, but
Okay.
somebody can Google it. I don't know everything, but I do know that's the Hindu goddess, the elephant one with the pose. That's
Yep.
her pose. So
Okay.
I'm just saying sometimes y'all got to know what's behind these challenges y'all doing, because
That's
y'all
right.
don't know what y'all might be summoning up in your
You're
house.
right.
I'm just
You
saying.
know what? So I saw something online the other day. A mom was doing that with her little boy or whatever. And so it was a brother who how you'll see a brother or somebody watching a video and he's kind of commentating on it and seeing it. And it was just interesting to see the comments of what he was saying in terms of letting the mom have her little, I don't know, maybe he was 7 years old or something, doing that pose. What do you guys think about that?
I mean,
Like, so wait, he was watching her do it, or he
The
was
mom was
doing it.
watching the little boy with pride doing that little pose, and then she
well,
attempted to get down
it's a
and do it as well.
it's a challenge.
It's
it's
not
like
a challenge for
It's a
little boys,
challenge.
Joe.
Thank you.
But it's what, hey, Bowtie, I agree with you from our point of view. However, these kids do stuff all the time that I'm like, why are you doing that? And it's just in their
Okay,
realm of
so
what they do now.
okay, so that's basically saying gymnastics is not for little boys. Ballet is
That-
not
that-
for
Nah, gymnastics for little boys.
boys.
Gymnastics for little boys.
So, but what if this little boy is a gymnast, and
Right,
he
right.
was trying to show off how like flexible he was, how he can balance, but we are so busy judging, like, oh, that's not for little boys. But what if he in fact is a gymnast and
Right.
he was trying to show off his skill? But this is the world that we live in, where we're so quick to judge without knowing what is really going on, because he might have been like, "Ooh, this look cool. I can do this, mama. Look." And
Right.
I think he
mama
had
was
on his
like,
mom's.
"Oh."
I think from what I recall, he had on his mom's heels. And so
Well,
I know, and Brother Cope, if you walked in when you was married to your wife, if you walked in and saw your little boy with his mother's heels on doing it, I'm sure it wouldn't sit
Oh,
well.
I would have been on the first 48.
Hey.
But do you
So
know?
hold on. But
do
here's
you
the
know
point,
how
though.
much-
But
how
here's the
much
point.
core?
I agree with I kind of agree
Yeah.
with Alethea on this. First of all, how a parent parents their child, that's between them. What goes
Yeah.
on in your house and parenting, that's y'all. These challenges, though some of them are a little bit far-fetched for me, if that's what you choose to do, it's almost, to me, quote unquote, let me say it like this. and I hate to bring this up because this is ugly. 33 minutes after the hour. It's just like with what was it? Drag Queen Story Time.
Mhm.
When they had Drag Queen Story Time and it was going viral throughout the nation because you had these drag queens who were reading these children's books to children. If you choose to take your child to Drag Queen Story Time, that's your choice. How you parent
Mhm.
your child is how you parent your child. If I choose not to take my child to Drag Queen Story Time, that doesn't mean I hate. It just means we parent how we parent. I think too many times we try to take these issues and make them bigger issues when at the end of the day, how you choose to parent your child is how you choose to parent your child.
Mhm.
Brother
So
Bowtie, from a religious point of view, may have a religious stance that I don't have. I'm not Islamic. I'm not Muslim. It doesn't mean he's right or I'm wrong. It just means that's how he travels. I respect his travel as he respects mine. And I think that's what we need to get more into, where I may not do what you do, but I respect what you do, even if I don't agree with what you do, because that's you doing it. You
Yeah.
have to be accountable for what you do, not me.
So Joe, if
so
you walked in the house and your sons was wearing your wife's heels, either son wearing their mama's heels, doing the challenge like that, how would you handle it?
Because of how I govern and raise my kids, I
Uh-huh.
would handle it in a manner that there would be some conversation. There would be
Okay.
some serious conversation. However, if
Hmm.
somebody else who that's how they govern their house,
Yeah,
that's them.
absolutely.
Some
Yeah.
Yeah.
folks would be like, hey,
I,
that's
I think
cool.
my issue is like you. I think I seen the same video too. It was on TikTok. The issue is the challenge wasn't made for kids.
Hmm. Mm.
The challenge literally was made for only single mothers. It wasn't even made for a woman without kids. It was
Mm.
literally made for women with kids because Nick Minaj was trying to show that she bounced back and she's in shape after she had a baby. So she tagged, I think, Sierra. So Sierra is the one who really made it go viral
Oh,
because
okay.
well,
Sierra did like
she is not a single mom.
no
Sierra
no no no
is married with kids.
no, the challenge is for women who had kids. That's what I'm trying to say. The challenge for women who had kids. So my issue is like, as Joe said, know what you're getting into before you do something. If you go on my TikTok or my Facebook or my Instagram history for the last 15 to 16 years I had social media, I do not follow trends and I do not follow challenges.
Yeah, same
Like
here.
the ALS challenge. Most
Hmm.
people don't know less than 3% of black people suffer with ALS. So why the hell we doing the ALS challenge? But everybody was getting bucket of ice, calling everybody out, not even knowing why they're doing it, not even knowing the purpose of it. Rather, it was the cinnamon challenge. Why are you doing the cinnamon challenge? As we was talking about food stamps and stuff earlier, like, what's the
Hmm.
whole purpose? Like, challenge yourself to start a damn business. Challenge yourself to, go to school and get a PhD or a master's degree and stuff like that. And I can't, and to each his own, as Joe says, they household, they do what they want. If she want to
That's
raise her
right.
son to do whatever he want, that's her household. I'm not in her household. But I also have a right to my own opinion. And I
Right.
just
Amen.
Amen.
believe
I
that
agree with that. I agree with that.
she should have been the one doing the challenge, not him, because the challenge wasn't made. Even if you look the challenge up on TikTok, and I just did it since we was talking, it's more women, not kids.
Yeah.
And it's for women to
So
prove that they're in shape and they still got it. It's really for single mothers still that they still like they got their body toned up and they still got it. So that was my
so
only
I'm
issue with
I'm
it.
so since because I love when we get into conversations like this because historically things that were made for women were never made for women. It was never we took over the years, but it was never made for women. High heels were never intended for women. Makeup was never intended for women. Wigs was never intended for women. It can't, men wore heels. Why do you think that when we wear heels, our feet hurt? They were never intended for men wore heels, men wore makeup, men wore wigs, and you can look it up. It is historical. Women took over, but it was never intended for women. And this is something that people need to know and understand. And back to the drag queen story time, like we feel uncomfortable letting drag queens read to our children, but we are so comfortable letting those same kids sit on Uncle Ray lap.
That's the point. That, you know, and like I said, you can look at it from multiple facets and multiple angles. And you know, at 20 minutes to the top of the hour, one thing I want everybody to do as they review this and as they look and listen to this and they go back. I know that Brother Bowtie got to be gone at the 45. Listen, family, because we're getting ready to get up out of here. Whatever you do, make sure you good with it. Because at the end of the day, you got to have a smile on your face with whatever your day produces, whatever your week produces, whatever your month, your year, whatever your life produces. You have to be good with it for you. Because at the end of the day, the only person who is accountable for you is you. And just remember that. With that being said, let's get ready to get up out of here because we've been here long enough and I too got somewhere I got to be. So let me start off with the lovely Sister Jax. Sister Jax, give me some closing words as we get up out of here.
Another blessed day. Great show, y'all. Great information. Anything we say on the show, I always say, do your own research, look it up. We put the seed out there, but do your own research and look to study to show thyself approved. So if nobody told you today they love you, you know who loves you, y'all. Your Sister Jax, I love you. Be safe, be blessed, love the life you live, and live the life you love. And may your reality always surpass your dreams. Until next time, peace out.
Come on, Sister Alethea. Come on, positivity pimping queen.
I say this all the time. You only have one life. Live it every single day in whatever that looks like to you. Live your life how you want to. If it makes you happy, baby, do it. Whatever that looks like, if it makes you happy, if it brings you joy, regardless of what anybody says, thinks, or feels, do it. Because this is your life. So live that life, be great in their face. And as always, y'all have a good day on purpose. Yeah.
Brother Bowtie, hit me, brother.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, Brother Bowtie. Hit me again. Hit me.
Got you. What it is and what it ain't and what we're going to do about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. Brother Bowtie here. Your dream life won't build itself. Create it. Every choice today shapes the beauty of your tomorrow. Start now. This is Brother Bowtie. If you wish to support me, follow me at everything Bowtie Inside. If you wish to support my business, go to www.brothersbowties.com. Thank you guys and have a blessed day.
As we get ready to get up out of here on the behalf of Brother Elijah Nixon with sports, Sean P with the Sean P Experience, Sister Alethea, you know her from her very own podcast, In the Passenger Seat with Alethea, Sister Jax, and yours truly, Joe Dupree. Listen, y'all, just be better today than you were yesterday. And whatever you do today, bless somebody and bless them in a way that when you release it, you don't expect nothing back. You just want them to be better. That part. And always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he willingly can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. As we check out of Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, this is hashtag Truth Be Told, JD Live. Y'all have a great day. It is Hump Day, and we up out of here. Peace.